Hi all. I just picked up this Snapper SPX at the curb. It was out. Somebody put it in the trash. I have no idea what's wrong with it. The man says no compression. I have looked at the oil. There is no oil in it. It's off the dipstick. This actually looks like a really nice mower at one time. I mean, this was probably, it's in good shape, like sheet metal in it, it's no rust or anything, but I think somebody just never changed the oil in this. You just ran it dry on oil, I guess. I don't know. So we're gonna tear into it. He says no compression. I don't know. You never know what. But looking at the muffler there, there's not a lot of smoke coming out the muffler. Residue around that, like it was really running badly. But I mean, it's still got the Snapper sticker on there. It's hasn't got that many hours on it, but we're gonna dig into this. It's a Quantum Briggs & Stratton. It's a really nice motor engine to work on, and we're gonna see kind of what's going on with this, see if we can get it running, because this is worth having. Self-propelled retract drive system. I'm sure this mower cost at least $350, $400 when it was new. $350 anyhow, and then people just put it to the curb. So I'm gonna at least look into what's up, and I'll get back with you later. Okay, update number one. We got engine oil now. I put some used motor oil in there. Get her up to the top because it was off the dipstick. Number two, all the half-inch bolts in the head were loose, and now we got a little bit of compression, so I'm going to see if this thing's going to run. It has enough compression to run. I might think that those loose head bolts might have been enough. We might have a burned out head gasket here. That might be the only thing wrong with this machine. I've seen a lot worse. I pick these things up at the curb and when I can find them. It's a little hobby of mine just to go through them, see if I can get them running. And it's rewarding to me to make something run again that somebody was going to throw out. And I like doing it. And hopefully we get this Snapper SPX to start up. All right, stay tuned. Well, I got it running, but it is low on compression. It barely started, smoking out the exhaust or off the carb here. I'll get it hot, change the oil, see if we can save this. Might not be. It's starting to rattle a little bit. We got oil. We just had a bunch of oil come out of the carb. Very unusual. But let me get some, you can see it running down here. Get a paper towel. Okay, well, I did get this Snapper started, but we had oil coming out of the carburetors and some smoke. So I'm pretty sure that the head gasket is probably burned up. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the head on this machine and see if that's the case, because it's got spark, it runs, low compression still somewhat, but I'm not so sure if the head gasket just isn't torched, and that's what was, we're getting a little bit of oil back in the carburetor. Okay, we'll pull it all apart, nothing to lose here. They're putting it to the curb anyhow. If nothing else, I'm going to be able to get a carb, a few parts here, It's really a pretty nice high wheel machine. I don't think the self-propelled tensioner is quite right. I'll have to pull that off too and see if we get it running. We'll look into the self-propelled, but right now we're just concerned with keeping it running. So we'll pull out the head gasket and see what we got. Well, tubes, as much as I like these snappers, we're going to chalk this one up for someone running it low on oil, because the head gasket, even though the bolts on the head wore loose, I'm not going to really say that that gasket was blown, but we got some pretty nice scoring down here. Cylinder, I don't know if you guys could see that or not, but it feels pretty rough on my fingers, and it's either hone it out, bore it out, or junk it, and that's probably what it's going to be. Probably going to pull the parts off of it. Coil, carburetor, starter switch, few parts here, throw it in a box, and it's going to be a 10-pound baby for aluminum scrapper. But man, this engine don't have that many hours on it. I can tell by looking at it. It's not even that dirty. It's really a shame people do not change the oil in their machines. It's just pumping oil out the cylinder, and it won't keep oil in the machine, so it's toast. Unless I got somebody's gonna bore it out, but that's a lot of work, and I really don't have the time to do all that. But it's really a shame to see this stuff go to waste, because this is a really good running machine. These Quantums are usually pretty indestructible, but guys, you got to keep the oil at the level that it's specified at. You know, people just run them until they don't run anymore, and this is what you find. And that's gonna be probably it on this Snapper SPX. It's gonna go to parts, and I do have another motor in the shed that probably would fit on here, and maybe that's what we'll do, because this is a pretty new deck and everything. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.